your name?
Hi, my name is Xiomara.
All right, Xiomara, thank you. We can look right in the camera. So tell us, how did you enjoy this event today, and what would you like to share with Jeremy?
Oh man, Jeremy, first of all, thank you so much for you conquering your fear first and foremost so that we may be able to have the opportunity to be able to face our own fears. Because fear has been, first of all, he did the conquering your fear in the first event. That's the very first event that I was able to come into. But this for some reason like just hit me a whole different way, especially the portion where he said, what would you do if your child was kidnapped? That took me a whole nother level, like, you know, so it really broke and gave me a different perspective.
That's amazing. Listen, take it, pay it forward, and we wish him the best.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate all that you do. Continue to push forward. God bless you, bro. Love you.
Amen.
Imagine that. Imagine your daughter, your mother, your son calling you on FaceTime. Mommy, did you do it? Papi, did you do it? Imagine this. Papi, me están dando. Papi, yo tengo hambre. Papi, pero tú me dijiste que tú ibas a hacer. Papi, tú me dijiste que tú ibas a lograr. Yo estoy aquí todavía con cojones, me están dando. Your mother looking at you fighting for her life. Papi, did you do it? I want to make sure that you really accomplish everything that you want before I leave this earth. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Or lack of belief in ourselves is stopping us from taking action. All of this BS, fear, and doubt, that's all irrelevant. The reality is we procrastinate because we don't believe in our capabilities.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have Jeremy Rodriguez here live from the Unleash the Gift event. This is the son of Jeremy Rodriguez, and we'd like to hear how this event impacted you, and what would you like to share with your dad on today?
The event was great, and my dad, he puts a lot of work into himself, so it was cool to see him finally release it and show everybody. So it's cool because I get to see behind the scenes of everything. So it's cool.
It's amazing. You know what? It's very inspirational at a period. And listen, I would encourage you to pay it forward, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Babies being on FaceTime, and the only way for them to be released from that kidnap is you accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Would you do it? So why would it take that scenario for us to do it? Why does it take a gruesome scenario for us to do what we know we should be doing? How deep is that? I thought about my son and my daughter on FaceTime being kidnapped, being hemmed up, hungry, starving, getting abused, looking at me, telling me, Papi, did you do it yet? Have you inspired your life? Did you get that next contract? Did you do that website? Did you start that business? Did you get it?
We have Lewis here. Hey, Lewis, how are you? Good. Hey, wanted to get your perspective. How did you enjoy the event today? What impact did it have on your life, and what would you like to tell Jeremy going forward?
I liked it very much. You know, I had a lot to do with coming forward in the world and becoming a better person. It really helped me because I've been going through some stuff, you know, and I'm just know that I'm not alone.
Absolutely, and that's what this is meant to do. Let us know, listen, you're not alone. It's going to inspire you by the keyword unity. So very good. Thank you. Enjoy.
Are you happy in a relationship? Did you do it? Crying. Those people, those same people that you love, crying. Because you're out here procrastinating, entertaining dumb stuff. And you sure you focus, hungry, and do what you gotta do. Is there levels to this or what? Now, how about this one? How about this? If those same people, if the person you love...
Hi, this is Destiny Heaven joining us right now. We would love to hear how this event impacted you today, and what would you like to share with Jeremy as saying going forward as he continues to inspired by unity?
Honestly, I think he's a great person. I knew him since I was a teenager. He's seen me overcome a lot, and he's inspired me a lot. From when I was in a group from the Fox Kid to now doing big music. I just started my business in credit repair now as well. I have 2 jobs. I'm in the process of getting my car and building my credit up. He's helped me a lot with that and opened a lot of doors along with a lot of other things as well.
That is amazing, and look what the power of just understanding yourself and being motivated and unleashing that gift. thank you for joining us this afternoon.
And thank you for having me. And I'll be having my podcast soon, starting with Aarrow Studios as well.
All right, shout out to Aarrow Studios. That's one coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. All right, another guest. Really inspired by Unity, inspired by this special event. We'd love to hear more.
Most was in their last bed, and the only thing that will give them life is your results. How long will they live? Yeah? Let's think about this. If the person you love the most was on their last bed, and the only thing that will give them life is your results, how long will they live?
All right, we have Beatrice Augusto joining us here at the event Unleash Your Gift Inspired by Unity. Would love to hear your perspective on this event today. How did it impact you, and what will you do going forward when you think about what you heard from this event today?
I really appreciated the speaker and how he alluded to ways and different tactics that we can utilize to not only identify how to make a breakthrough, but also identify what is holding us back.
Yeah.
And I can't really be very specific because there was a lot that was covered.
Yeah.
However, I'm taking that back with me, and I'm going to sit on that so that I can apply that towards future goals that I have.
That is amazing, and thank you for sharing that. And as you know, Aarrow Studios is here to support you. Inspired by Unity, this is an amazing event. Jeremy, keep it going. Another one impacted. Thank you.
So what are we going to do today to ensure that if this never happens, we're going to make it happen?
All right, we're still here live. We're still waiting on more people to share their comments on this event, sharing what they've learned today, unleashing the gift.
And it's looking at the way you're raising them, and the way you're raising them is creating a program, and they may end up living the same life that you live. What is it? So right now, let's put the scenario. God bless them. They're both in the hospital bed. And the only thing that can give their body oxygen is your results. Would you get them or not? I play out these scenarios. It's not to be disrespectful, or it's not to kind of discourage you guys. It's to give you guys an understanding that whatever you want to do with your life, you already can do it. We have to stop getting in our own way. And that's literally what it boils down to. How you guys feel so far? Yeah? When I talk about raising your standards, I talk about this a lot. Raising your standards is vital to achieving what you want. Because this is what happens. A lot of times we get comfortable in life, right? We hit this. I was just talking to my boy Chip upstairs about it. I'm like, you know what? People hit this peak when they feel good. They feel comfortable. Like, you know what? I'm chilling. I got a couple dollars in the bank. I'm doing good. I'm all right? And then eventually, little by little, without you even realizing it, it becomes a constant. You just start to go down. So I want you guys to think about this. What's your temperature? When you think about what's your temperature, somebody talk to me.
Hi, Gary. How are you? I'm Eugene. We are here at the Unleash the Gift event, sponsored by Inspired by Unity. We'd love to hear your perspective of what you got from this event today, and what would you like to share with Jeremy going forward, and how you're going to pay this forward?
And I haven't been to a seminar probably since like my high school.
Okay.
But this was pretty good, man. For not being in one in a long time, this was real inspiring.
Good.
Inspiring. And I'm gonna actually take this with heat.
Yep.
And I'm gonna look him up actually even more because I'm just like my first time seeing him.
That's awesome. What do you want to tell Jeremy?
Man, you really changed me. It really changed my thought process with this seminar. So
That's amazing.
I appreciate that.
That's amazing, and that's what this is for. We appreciate you coming. There's more to come. Stay tuned. All right. Thank you.
Let's look at temperature from a little bit standpoint. Have you guys ever thought about this? Let me ask you guys this question. If right now in this room is 75 degrees, this is literally the heart of this whole presentation. If right now it's 75 degrees in here, and the door's open, and it's cold air.
Hello, we have Franklin here. Thank you for coming. This is Eugene. We're live at the Inspired by Unity event, Unleash the Gift. Want to know, how did this impact you today? What are you going to take away from this seminar that you went to and attended today?
Me personally, like, and with the best two words I can explain it, it's like an educational experience. You know,
also like I deal with a lot of like what can I say, insecurities and stuff like that, and because I don't have that father figure. So when I see my big cousin up there being that man, then you know, it motivates the shit out of me.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? It makes me want to be the best me.
If there were 3 things you could tell Jeremy right now, what would you say to him to keep going?
I love you, cousin.
That's it right there.
You know, that's it. Keep going.
It's all love. That's how you're going to keep going. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, man.
All right. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Again, another life impacted. Aarrow Studios supports you. Thank you so much for being who you are.
What happens in the room? It cools down. What happens when the door's closed? It gets hot, right? It goes right back to 75. Now, what happens if in this room is 60 degrees and we open up the door and it's super hot? What happens in the room? It gets hot. Okay. And now what happens if the door closes? It gets more hot, right? So when I ask you guys, what's your temperature? What I'm referring to is what's your default? What's your temperature when it comes to money? What's your temperature when it comes to your body? What's your temperature when it comes to your relationship? What's your temperature?
Good afternoon, Shatoya. This is Eugene here at the Inspired by Unity event. Would love to hear your perspective on this event today. How has it impacted you? And what are you going to take away from it today?
Okay, so I actually came as media today as well. I will be here tonight anyway.
Awesome.
And mostly I wanted to cover the narratives of the people. And I think he's very inspiring. He really touched me because of how authentic he is, how real he is. He speaks from honesty, so he's not just preaching about like prosperity and the successes, but he's also talking about his struggles and what to overcome. And I think a lot of us, especially those who started from the bottom, to hear that he didn't instantly go to the top. He struggled, he stumbled, he was humble a lot in order to get to where he was. So I think a lot of people need to hear that, and I'm glad that he, as a man, showed what true manhood is. It's not just being strong or having this facade of being super strong, but realizing that it's protecting your family, providing for your family, and making sure that they see when you're struggling, but also when you get back up.
Absolutely, and that's fantastic. Listen, Shatoya, if you had one thing to share with Jeremy today, what would you tell him? Look him in the camera and tell him something.
What would I say? I think that you know how inspiring you are and how amazing you are, but I hope that you continue to understand that your journey isn't just empowering people to do better and be better, but to believe in themselves and to believe that them alone, not anybody else, not on the backs of anybody else, but no matter where you come from and where you are, that you can do it. And I think that message in itself is what makes you stand out amongst any other inspirational speaker, in addition to how you tell about your struggle. So thank you so much for your authenticity as a man, for showing our younger generation what manhood really is, and pulling away at the toxicity that society tells us we have to be and have to do, especially as people of color. So thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing us. Appreciate it. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. All right.
What do you always revert back to? So I'm gonna give you a clear example, right? If right now, for money, like for money, so that it can be a little bit easy, if you're used to having $1,000 in your bank account, right? I'm good with 1,000. I'm good with 1,000. And you go down to 500, what happens? You don't feel good about it, right? Panic. Is it fair to say that if you're used to 1,000 and you go to 500, that eventually you're going to go right back to that 1,000 because you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to stop doing whatever and you're going to make it happen, right? So now what happens when you go up to 1,500? You get comfortable, right? So if right now, if we go down to 500, we're going to do whatever we can to get to that 1,000. But when we get to that 1,500, we're going to do whatever we can to get to that 1,000. So why do I say that? What's your temperature physically? What's your temperature mentally? What's your temperature emotionally? What's your temperature financially? And what's your temperature with your personal and interpersonal relationship? Imagine this, we can have whatever money we want, be as happy as we could possibly be, but yet for whatever reason, we always go right back to that default. For whatever reason, we always act consistent with that identity. We always act consistent with that subconscious mind. So what we have to realize is until we don't raise our temperature, nothing is going to change. People look at temperature from a literal standpoint. The reality is all of you have a certain temperature. That temperature has to rise. If you're comfortable with 1,000, be comfortable with 2,000. If you're comfortable with 5,000, be comfortable with 10,000. If you're comfortable with 10,000, be comfortable with 100,000. Because at the end of the day,
we have John Elise here at the Inspired by Unity event, Unleash Your Gift. Wanted to hear on this amazing event, how did this impact you, and how would you take this going forward, what you heard today?
This event really impacted me on a whole different level because before I came here, I was in a whole different place mentally. I was stuck and I was like asking God for guidance, literally. And one of my friends, he hit me up the next day after and he invited me here. So like everything that was spoken here was something that I needed to hear.
That is amazing. That's amazing. That's what this is for. If you had to say one thing to Jeremy about this event that you want him to know personally, I want you to look in the camera and tell him what you want to share with him right now. One thing.
Keep changing people's lives.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you.
once something becomes your normal, that's going to be your new normal. So now what's the problem? Because we don't believe that we're walking on a subconscious level, because we don't believe that we deserve happiness, because we don't believe that there's good.
All right, we have Natalie Rodriguez here live at the Unleash the Gift event, sponsored by Inspired by Unity. Would love to hear, based on this event today, we had an explosive event. How did this impact you personally today?
I think personally it impacted me because I'm a business owner myself, and so just being able to know that I'm not alone in my own personal struggles, and you may see all the glory and not see
struggle through it.
Not see what the struggles and stuff. Just to know that you're not alone is super impactful for sure.
That's amazing. What's the name of your business?
My business name is Nuestra. It's a Puerto Rican restaurant located at 55 Grove Street in Worcester.
That's amazing. Oh, awesome. Hey, listen, if I can ask you one last question, if you could just look in the camera and tell Jeremy one thing you want to personally tell him to inspire him, what would you share?
Don't quit.
Don't quit. That's great. That's profound and quick, but don't quit. So thank you for sharing that. And go visit the restaurant. You guys heard where it was. Also, you ever need our assistance, Aarrow Studios here for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. There you go, Jeremy. That's another one. Don't quit. Lots of encouraging things to say and share. Continue moving on.
Because we don't believe, what happens is that we end up self-sabotaging. And this is what most of us do. Have every capability to make more money, but not because your temperature is low, so you're going to make enough just to be at that temperature. You got people that are in happy relationships, but they can't.
Hi, Omira. This is Eugene. We're here live at the Inspired by Unity event. Listen, want to know, so tell us, based on this explosive event, you heard a lot of great things today. What would you take away personally for yourself to going forward?
What I would take away from this event is it's not what you get, it's what you get to maintain.
There you go.
That was very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, if you could just share one line of what you want to share to Jeremy personally as you think about how he's did this event out today, what would you say?
Jeremy, thank you for putting on this event. It was great. It was powerful. Keep doing what you're doing. You started from the bottom, now you're on your top. And you know what? Glory to God, because he's going to take you to further places.
That's right. That sounds like Drake right there. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Thank you so much. All right. Appreciate it. Have a great evening.
Compromise that happy relationship because the normal temperature for that relationship is rocky.
As you guys see, we are still here at the event. Lots of people coming to share their thoughts, their passion, their inspiring words as we've done this. We've got another one coming. How you doing? Your name? Wilfredo. Will? Yeah. All right, here, guys, we are here again with Will. We're at the event live at Inspired by Unity, Unleash the Gift. Would love to hear some thoughts from you based on this event today, what you've heard, what would you take away from this event today and do and pay it forward to be different?
What I would say based on this event, people struggle with life difficulties, and sometimes things are thrown at you when you're trying to be your best. Sometimes you're taken down by unexpected situation. Keep fighting, keep pushing forward, have big vision, write down those goals. Don't try to overachieve and just achieve, and little by little keep increasing them goals and take over.
That is amazing. Listen, that's exactly what this event was for. Listen, if you could say one thing to Jeremy as you look in that camera, what would you share with him right now?
What I'll say to Jeremy, thank you for everything. You know you're my brother. I appreciate you, and keep inspiring and keep doing big things. You will be one of the greatest out there.
All right, that's what we're talking about. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
You got people like myself, this is what I'm working on, keep it at 100, that I start working out, I get a little bit of shape, I take a couple of pictures, but then...
All right, guys, we're back here. Kyra with a K is here as we are at the live event inspired by Unity, Unleash the Gift. Would love to hear your perspective on this great event. We heard a lot of information given by a lot of great speakers, but specifically Jeremy talked a lot about a lot of great points. What would you say would be your made the biggest impact on you today, and what would you take away today from this event?
The biggest impact I took out of this was to take the limited thoughts out of your head.
Yeah.
Because we are absolutely capable of everything. Nothing at all is impossible. No. And Jeremy is 100% proof of that. Not just him, but Raysa and everybody else as well. They show that they're living proof that you could be from the bottom and come up somewhere, anywhere, wherever your passion is, because that's the most important thing, is to stay passionate about what you want. So if we're working our normal 9 to 5 and that's not where we want to be, take this opportunity to get the courage to move forward and try something outside of your comfort zone, because that's probably where you're meant to be.
That's amazing. You know what? That's profound right there. So if I could ask you one last question, if you can look right in this camera and you can talk to Jeremy right now, what one line would you tell him as he goes forth in this vision to continue to inspire people? What would you say?
I would say, Jeremy, continue to be a vessel for God's work, because that is what you're doing, and never let anybody or any negativity stop you, because you're inspiring everybody on a level that most couldn't touch us.
Amen. I agree. If God is for you, who can be against you? What a great ending to that. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. All right.
I go right back to my temperature. So I'm speaking to y'all like real talk. Like, I'm tired of my temperature.
All right, we're live here, we're here, Stephen, at the live event, Unleash the Gift, here, inspired by Unity. Would love to hear your perspective, Stephen, on what you heard today. How has it impacted you immediately, and what would you do going forward with the information you learned today?
Just the information I learned today. Keep going, stay focused on everything you do. Don't let anything discourage you. Jeremy's been killing this game for a long time. He's going to continue to turn it up, and it's good for the community. The community came out, even people from other states, Connecticut, Texas, New York, Florida, we all came out and we all support, and we're going to continue to do that.
Absolutely, and that's profound. Listen, if there's one thing you can share to Jeremy, look in that camera, what would you say to encourage him?
Man, keep striving for your greatness. Don't let nothing that you went through in your past or present stop you from continuing your success. Everybody's watching, your family's watching, your kids is watching, so continue to be great.
That's awesome, man. A great proverb is, the race is not given to the strong, the swift or the strong, but he that endured till the end.
That's
so
right,
that's
brother.
exactly what we're going to do.
That's right,
all right, man. Bless you. Be good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Everyone's being low. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, let's elevate on a whole nother level. So if right now, whatever you're thinking is your norm, double that. Like, for real, what's your temperature in your relationship? Like, what do you guys always give your back to, on a real level? Cause that temperature.
All right, we've got one of the co-lead speakers today here with us. Raysa, correct?
Raysa,
All
yes.
right, Raysa. I'm saying it right. Let's start over.
You
We got
said it in Spanish, so you got no
Raysa. I
Spanish
said
in you?
Raysa too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I got a little bit of everything, guys. I'm telling you. So thank you for co-hosting this event. when I think about this event, what would you like to share with the audience of the impact of this event, and what do you want them to leave here with?
The impact of this event is really to touch the people. I think so much goes on through social media and behind the phone and the platform, and I think this is a safe environment for people to really look within at the human self and be able to have that touch.
Yep.
So if I want anyone to leave with anything, is these environments are very powerful. They're needed. As a human, we need that. We need that emotional connection, that human connection that we've lost. And so with this, it allows us to be a little bit more human, getting into our emotions, and it taps into what we're really already built of.
Yep.
So if anything you want to take away from an event like this is really just knowing that you have people that want to see you win. You know, we're so often used to people that don't want to see us win, that we get caught up in that, but being in this environment, it just feels different. And so you definitely have to be a part of it to be able to feel it.
Right.
And so that's kind of what I took away from it, is that connection.
Yeah. Now, is this the last show? Is this the last event?
No.
Oh, there's more coming.
So. I don't think so.
All right, you guys are hearing this. There's more coming, and we can't wait to see it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
It's gonna create behaviors that is gonna be consistent with that temperature. So now we gotta change the habits that got us stuck where we are. So if we know damn well we want our temperature to go from 500 or 1,000 to 100,000, we have to once again become another human being. Because you know how many people I talk to that be like, yo, I know. Everybody's so smart, but yet your results don't show how smart you are. So either you're acting dumb intentional, or you're self-sabotaging because you want to be consistent with that subconscious mind. So doesn't it revert back to the how comfortable are you living in that unknown?
Guys, what an amazing event. There's more coming. We've heard from a lot of people. We've had a lot of feedback. And I'll tell you, this was impactful to so many lives. Jeremy, continue to do what you do. Continue to move forward in this. And as we say, here's a gift from us to you from Aarrow Studios. We want to make sure you heard the voices and heard some of the accolades of what took place today. Thank you, and we'll do this again. Enjoy.